Could GTA 6 be delivering the greatest romance in video game history? If the writing is anything like Red Dead 2 or GTA 5, the love story between Jason and Lucia could blow us all away. Rockstar has hinted that their bond might be at the very heart of the game, a first for the series. Like the casual romance in other games, Jason and Lucia's relationship seems ready to push boundaries, combining action and emotion in a way we have never seen before. Get ready to have your heartstrings tugged. This could be the most epic love story Rockstar's ever told, and honestly, I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Could this be the tale that changes the game forever? Only time will tell. And here we are starting off with, as the post-production is expected for October 27th, 2025. What are your suggestions? We already discussed it in a previous video. You can check it out right there on the channel by subscribing and going to the channel. But right now, as basically everybody confirms that it's probably October 27th, what do you think if it actually is true or not? Because I've seen it everywhere now. Nightclubs and relationships. So it is safe to say that Jason and Lucia seem to share a deeper bond than friendship, but it's been rumored a lot and always more confirmed that there will be nightclub strip clubs. So this implies a few possibilities. Either Jason and Lucia will have an open relationship and be okay with them going with strippers. Second option, Jason and Lucia might not be in a relationship right away, making them able to visit the clubs as much as they like. Or third option, which is basically the opposite of the second, after some time the clubs will become available, back off something happening to their relationship. Now, given for granted there will be clubs, what do you think on this? I may get downvoted for this again, but we don't even know if they are in a relationship through the whole game, aka story. They can break up, they can separate ways, maybe they are only in a prologue together and end up in jail, or only Lucia as we saw. Same shit, some shit that can happen, who knows? Maybe they go interact with strippers, maybe not. People go into such clubs enjoying some drinks and dancers, and there is nothing to worry about. Maybe it doesn't game-wise play a role at all if you pick up a hooker in the streets or not. And honestly, maybe as a woman, I don't care zero about it if you can or actually not. Next up, something about the map I'm excited for. So in GTA 5 we all know that there is only one way out of the city, is north. There are three main highways out of Los Santos, being the Great Ocean Highway, Los Santos Freeway, and Palomino Freeway, the latter of which gives the illusion of going east out of the city before turning north to meet back with the Los Santos Freeway and loop around back to the GOH. Then there are four other secondary routes from the city to the county, all of which in some way connects back to the big ass loop around the states. It can get boring driving north from the city while also knowing that you'll eventually loop back into the city without even taking a turn or exit. But in GTA 6, with Vice City being in the middle of the map, we'll be able to go not just north but also west, south, and to other parts of the state. Want to go west? Find yourself in Port Gellhorn. Want to go north? Find yourself at Lake Leonida and whatever town may await us. Want to go to south? Find yourself in the Leonida Keys, and want to go east? Go swimming with the sharks. Being able to go many different directions with many more outlets out of the city will be so much more exciting than driving the same road loop over and over again. And that doesn't even get into the topic about planes, but that's a whole another discussion. Next up, gym and different body shapes in GTA 6. As the first one, we got the GTA San Andreas photo as a gym reference. Then we go for Red Dead 2's actual body types: underweight, overweight. Then we go for San Andreas one, which is basically like we could see the if I'm not wrong, that's the mod. And the next one we go is the GTA 6 photo from the beach, and here we could see some information as well. Well, I want to know what you think about this type of customization, whether expected to be in GTA 6 or not. Honestly, for my part, I would like it to be a little more on the Red Dead 2 side in terms of status, to gain muscle and fat, whether it was a gym or eating a lot of food or not. I can't imagine it being the same as GTA San Andreas, but I can dream. And I imagine this too, working with Lucia, not being a down bad, but in terms of freedom to customize the characters in this way. I don't ask for complete body morph, of course, just a fair system in this regard. We saw in the trailer several NPCs having different body shapes, muscles still being animated, so I think it's only fair that we finally have that back. And I even think about GTA Online with the characters created we might get. Do you think there will be a mission in GTA 6 that takes you to another city for just 1 or 2 missions? And if so, where would it take us? Next up we go, speculation on the perfect GTA Online 2 experience. For starters, start with a clean slate character with highly improved character creation. Have a little to no contact mission outside of the game world, every scene should take place in an open world. Have realistic endgame goals to work towards LA yachts, supercars and mansions, being the hard to obtain items, not Star Trek nonsense laser gun, flying broomstick bikes or literal military equipment. Deflate the economy, make $1 million and a lot of money in the game, even if that means lower payouts from robberies, etc. Make personal homes and vehicles highly customizable to have something to spend money on. Let's the game focus on the drug trade, robberies and illegal gun sales, rather than world-ending stakes. Do you think mountains will be in GTA 6? I have a theory about mountains. People keep saying that Florida doesn't have mountains, but the game takes place in the Llanudas, so Rockstar can take their own creative creative liberties if they so choose. Even if we don't end up getting mountains day one, maybe they'll add them when they expand the map over the years. If Llanuda is an island and not connected to something else, then I think they'll eventually add another island at some point that does have big mountains. And if Llanuda is connected to bigger land, then they can just add mountains north where Georgia would be. I personally don't think Rockstar will skimp out on mountains, as they are crucial to uphill, downhill racing and other wilderness activities, and going to the very top and seeing the whole map around you would be amazing. Let me know what you guys think about this. And more on the mountains, as anyone noticed the large hills, mountains in the trailer? It's all the beginning where it shows the beach and city, and it's easier to notice when the camera is actually moving. GTA 6 will probably immediately claim the title of the best romance relationship story in a video game history. If the writing is at the same level as Red Dead 2 or GTA 5, it's almost certain that the tale of Jason and Lucia will be the most compelling romance in video game history. Historically, this angle is somewhat neglected. Nate Drake and Yelena is a decent, Kratos and Frey is tender and heartbreaking. Geralt gets into some interesting shenanigans. A lot of games with romance focus on the player pursuing a past RPG style, and they aren't necessarily built into the main story. In contrast, the relationship dynamic between Jason and Lucia is seemingly the heart of this game, similar to how the dysfunction friendship of GTA 5's trio guided the direction of story and gameplay, and I am prepared for Rockstar to take us on the wild journey with them. Once again pushing the boundaries of the storytelling in this medium and probably getting my heart broken. We barely even know these two, but I already kinda want them to end up happily ever after and maybe escape the criminal life together. Usually Red Dead focuses on the emotional gut punches, while GT is generally more triumphant feelings, but I think it's possible that Rockstar is ready to hurt us hard with this one. And I agree 100%, not just the romance but the story as a whole too. I love that GT is a parody of the real world and that it pulls no punches in making fun of things, even itself sometimes, and I'm sure this one will have its moments too, but for some reason I'm really ready for a more serious GT story, as I'm not sure if that's Red Dead 2's influence playing a part, but I'm really hoping it's a more grounded story with a few emotional gut punches along the way. Maybe that's just what we look for as part of getting older. Maybe games with good stories just make us feel things no other medium can. Either way, I'm sure Rockstar will knock it out of the park. So that's kind of all the information we got on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next one, and peace.